hello to new Mercedes CLA. This is a very important video, and that's because CLA is showcasing all the new tech that is going to come in Mercedes future products as well. So keep watching this video till the end.
The Mercedes-Benz CLA with EQ Tech isn't about flashy looks, and that was clear from the presentation itself, which focused primarily on technology. Tech to extend range and tech to make the car more interactive. But let me quickly give you an update on looks. Up front, you get a connected full LED headlamp setup with the signature Mercedes logo, and the traditional grille is replaced by a sleek panel featuring 142 illuminated logos. Add to that the prominent central star, long bonnet and large air intakes at the bottom. But really, the design's primary job here is aero efficiency.
And I must tell you that Mercedes has designed this car keeping in mind the aerodynamics. The coefficient of drag of this car ranges from 0.21 to 0.24, which is excellent number.
On the side, you get 19-inch AMG aero wheels and sleek frameless doors.
The ORVMs have also been redesigned. They are much sleeker now, again to give you better coefficient of drag. We have seen flush door handles in many of their EVs, and you get those flush door handles here as well. Now at the back you have this blacked out rear spoiler, and down below you will see the blacked out bumper area that looks very nice. The diffuser looks very nice. Now I also want to show you the boot space. There is a good amount of boot space available here, despite the fact that it is a relatively smaller car. You can see the boot really goes deep inside. So good amount of space there.
It's grown in size. The wheelbase is up by 60 mm and overall length by 40 mm. And for the first time in a Mercedes-Benz, the long bonnet houses a frunk, adding 101 liters of extra storage. Mercedes also claims improved legroom, but don't get too excited. It's only for the front passengers. Now let's step inside.
The design of the interiors has changed completely. The AC vents are new design, long, surrounded by this blacked out chrome element. Wireless charger here, very nice center console with these two cup holders, very neatly executed, and the amount of space you get to keep your stuff is a lot. You have this space under the armrest. Then in the center console you have this large amount of space where you can keep slightly larger objects as well, and there is a nice little band for you to make sure that your stuff doesn't move around too much, and you have your charging points underneath. I think it's a little tricky to use these charging points, but not very difficult either. Now if you see the door panel again, you will see the design changes here.
The powered seat adjustment buttons have a new design. Personally, I found the previous layout more intuitive. This one is too curved for my liking. That said, I do appreciate the new rich texture. It adds a nice tactile touch.
Even the power window buttons have a new design. But what has not changed is the touch buttons here on the steering wheel. I really hope that Mercedes changes them sooner,
as touch buttons on the steering wheel are prone to getting activated unintentionally.
I have to talk about the seats. They are sports seats, very nice, very comfortable. They hold me well properly, but they do not have, at least the car that I'm driving right now here, does not have ventilation, and I think for India they will have to think about that. Now let me take you to the rear seat. Now CLA is a small car, but what really helps in giving you a sense of space is this large glass roof. It has added so much to this cabin. It feels a lot more airy, it feels open, it feels like a bigger car. And this is a single pane glass roof, looks beautiful.
It also helps improve headroom, which was quite compromised in earlier model. Mercedes says the sunroof has heat insulating laminated safety glass with an infrared film and low emissivity coating. But we will need to test it under the harsh Indian sun to see how effective that really is.
Now let's talk about space. Well, decent amount of knee room. You sit a little upright. The thigh support is limited, but comfortable seats. The seats are very well contoured. I really love this color, this black and white and red. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. Gives you that sports car feel. You also have your armrest with cup holders and some space to keep maybe your mobile. And again, you can see the design changes here as well, but the space is slightly limited on the CLA, but then this is a small car. You do get Burmester surround sound system with Dolby Atmos, so the music here is going to be phenomenal. You get 2 AC vents and 2 charging points. This AC vent is similar to the ones that we have seen in Mercedes earlier, but it has gone through a change, and while it does have the same rotating function, it feels a little flimsy to touch.
Now let's talk about the tech in this car.
This is the new dashboard layout of the Mercedes CLA. You have 3 screens.
You get a 10.25-inch driver display,
14-inch touchscreen for a central touchscreen and a 14-inch screen for the passenger. Now this one gets Mercedes's new MBOS, which is phenomenal. You can see the clarity of this screen is just absolutely great. We are parked next to our harbor and you can see all the yachts parked here. It looks beautiful. The clarity is just phenomenal. But I have the right person to talk more about the MBOS, and that is Nikhil Chawla, our NDTV Awards jury member and a tech and auto enthusiast. Let me call him here and we will have a chat about it. Hi Nikhil, I want you to tell me more about the MBOS. Alright, see you in a bit. Hi Nikhil, welcome to NDTV Auto.
Thank you so much, and it feels like we're testing a car again for our jury. Or should we say we have already tested the car for the next year?
Okay, now tell me this, what is this MBOS? It definitely looks very, very cool. Look at the
Absolutely,
screen.
look at
This beauty.
augmented reality and whatnot in this. So this transition from MBUX, which was Mercedes-Benz user experience, to MB.OS is Mercedes-Benz operating system. Now that simply means that Mercedes-Benz has its own operating system. Like we have our phones, our tablets, our computers, it has its own operating system and it has got so many apps. And because it's an operating system now, you have an app store where you can install apps. So you can watch your YouTube on this, you can have a browser, you have your music apps, Disney, Tidal, whatnot, end of the world apps, whatever you think you can do on your iPad, you can do here. You can also do your Teams meetings call with the camera.
Yes, but not my Teams.
Yeah, well, we tried, but... So, I mean, look at this augmented reality and the maps that Mercedes-Benz has provided. It looks so visually appealing, and the data is being sourced by Google Maps. So you get your live traffic, you get charging points, all of that happens on the fly. But the biggest improvement you would see in the speed of doing everything, just a tap of a button, things will start happening. You don't have to wait, there's no lag. And of course, the Mercedes-Benz assistant has gone really smarter thanks to large language models, which is ChatGPT. Now we also as humans have started relying on AI so much, right? We don't really go to Google and search things, honestly. We just ask ChatGPT for things because it's very conversational.
Yeah.
Similarly, the car has become very conversational. So you can simply ask, like, I want to do a shoot. I need a really scenic yacht kind of an area, and it'll take you there like we were shooting.
Yeah.
So it was just like talking to an companion, and it's the companion in the car now. So that is something very, very interesting.
I want to show you an example of how quick this is. Hey Mercedes,
How can I help?
what's the distance between Moon and Earth?
The average distance between the Moon and the Earth is approximately 384,400 kilometers. This distance can slightly vary due to the elliptical shape of the Moon's orbit.
There you have it.
And it
All
was
the
so
information.
fast.
And it's very quick.
Yeah.
And I must also tell you that Mercedes told us that it's not relying on one AI.
One
There
language
is-
model, yeah.
Yeah, there are multiple on the back end, and
Yes.
it's sourcing from there, so it's pretty quick.
That's correct. And the best part is that the car can update itself. You don't need to go to a service center now. The firmware update, drivetrain updates, performance updates, all of that happens on the fly from the cloud. So it's very cloud based now. It's not like on a drive, sitting on a drive. It's all cloud based, so it's faster and regular updates. And again, let's talk about these entertainment apps and how you can't access it. So I'm just gonna do the inevitable, watch reels and shots on a car, which should not be the case, but we're gonna do that. So we go to YouTube and
Now
let's-
you can see Nikhil's algo.
oh damn, it's not logged in. Thank God for mentioning that. So let's go to shots. But what I want to show people is what you found very interesting is that as soon as you look here, the infrared cameras detect you and pause it.
I'm wearing my glasses. There are cameras here.
Yeah,
So
but
they are
because
not
the car is
dark enough.
stationary right now, so yeah,
So right now I can see.
Yeah.
I can keep watching.
That is very
Just
interesting.
watch. I'm watching. Nothing's happening.
but this is another screen I didn't want to watch reels and shorts on because we are already addicted to short form content. Now let's see what happens. The magic is in the hands and eyes of Mugdha. And look here. See, the content has been edited to avoid distracting the driver, and driver is trying to sneak in and watch what I'm watching. So no luck this time on this car.
But there's one more thing, and that
Yeah.
is that you can connect your Bluetooth device,
Correct.
your headphones individually with that screen.
Exactly.
And you can completely enjoy your
Yeah. So
Content.
your
Maybe
if-
watch NDTV Auto.
Correct. First thing you should do is like log in and watch NDTV Auto and watch the reviews of this car specifically. And talking about Bluetooth connectivity, you also get to connect your Xbox and PlayStation controllers so you can play games. So if there's a kid who wants to play a game,
You have to go straight.
you can just do that. Yeah.
Now, let's talk about music.
Yeah, the music over here is beautiful because you get apps like Amazon Music, Tidal Music, which is lossless hi-fi audio. Then you have Burmeister audio setup, and it has a set of presets that are very visually also appealing. So you have pure, intense, rear exclusive, so that somebody sitting at the back, he can listen to that. Equalizers, acoustics that you can play around with, and the area. So Burmeister audio again, top notch in this car also.
And it does get Dolby Atmos as well.
Correct, yeah. So if your app supports, like Amazon Music supports Dolby Music, so you'll get that even more surround Dolby sound. Yeah.
Okay, I also have to talk about the head-up display.
Yeah.
The head-up display is very clear
Yeah.
and shows navigation with proper instructions of what I have to do. I was not paying attention to it, but now I am, so I don't have,
to look
see
anywhere else, yeah.
My speed limit,
Yeah.
and Denmark is like really strict about speed limits.
Yeah.
My speed limit is right there, my navigation is right there, so my eyes can completely be on the road.
Which is the best thing for safety, pedestrian safety and your own safety, to be honest. Yeah, always there.
On that note, let's take a look at CLA's safety features. And also a look at plethora of features that you get in this car.
Let's
know.
talk about what I want to talk about.
Exactly. How it
does
drives.
this car drive? You get two variants, CLA 250 and CLA 350. In the CLA 350, you get 348 HP power. In the 250, you get 240 HP power. And this car has been designed to give you maximum range. Now, in terms of how quick it is, well, it is fairly quick too. The 350 does 0 to 100 in less than 5 seconds, and the 250 does 0 to 100 in 6.7 seconds. So it is quick.
The main highlight of this electric CLA is the 800 volt electrical architecture, which makes this car energy efficient. The CLA 250 gets single motor which produces 270 HP and promises a WLTP certified range of 792 km in a single charge. And CLA 350 gets dual motor setup with a peak power of 350 HP and a claimed range of up to 771 km. The electric CLA comes with a 2-speed transmission which makes torque distribution more efficient for better performance and range. While driving, the car starts off smoothly. Power delivery is linear, pretty similar to what we experience in fuel-powered Mercedes. The 85 kilowatt battery supports AC charging up to 11 kilowatt and DC charging of up to 320 kilowatt.
You get 3 modes: Eco, Sports and Normal.
While Sport mode delivers quick acceleration, Eco doesn't dull the response too much and remains perfectly usable for everyday driving.
They had the paddle
Paddle
shifters
shifters.
and it was a lot more easier to use them.
The brake feel is natural too, unlike many EVs where it can feel a bit wooden. There are 3 levels of regenerative braking, now controlled via the gear lever. Personally, I prefer the paddle shifters used in earlier Mercedes EVs for this function. They felt more intuitive and engaging.
It's up and down for gear shift
And then
and front
Move
and
it
back
forward,
for
yeah.
front and back for changing the recuperation. On other parameters, including suspension and handling, I am in Denmark right now, where they are very strict about their traffic rules, and I have not got any open road to really push and test the handling so much. But however much I have, it has only left me wanting more, and I'm sure I will get my hands on it in India, and then it will be a lot more fun to drive it
Yeah.
on Indian roads to figure out how does it handle the Indian roads. But overall, it's very, very comfortable and an easy car to manage. And whatever little I can talk about suspension, I think the suspension is good. It has kept us pretty comfortable on these roads.
yeah, absolutely, that for sure. And the seating is so snug fitted because of the sports car seating. It's just brilliant.
This short drive in Copenhagen with Mercedes-Benz CLA has left me wanting more time with this tech marvel of a car.
So what's your final take on Mercedes CLA?
I think in tech perspective, I think it's one small step by Mercedes, but a giant leap for overall industry, because what MBOS has done is given us AI, infotainment, entertainment, meetings, cameras, safety, everything in one system. And this is connected to cloud with models like ChatGPT. So large language model, AI inbuilt, faster, intuitive, more communicative. It felt like you were with a companion. You know, it didn't feel like you were talking to somebody else. Hey, Mercedes is now much more intuitive and faster, which really made sense. And it is definitely what we expected from the cars of the future, but right here in 2025.
And in terms of driving, I think one of the biggest challenge that this car addresses is the range anxiety.
absolutely.
With 85 kilowatt hours, 791 kilometers range, even if it's reduced, it's phenomenal range. It's all because of the tech that Mercedes has
Absolutely.
used in this car.
It highlights how the right blend of chemistry and technology can boost energy efficiency and ease some of that range anxiety. This is also the first Mercedes where the design remains identical across all powertrains, a lesson the brand learned the hard way. The electric CLA is expected to arrive in India by the end of this year, and it will be interesting to see which configuration of this tech marvel makes its way to our market.